Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, we're celebrating.
Good to see you all, and bad to see you
Hopefully,
all.
YouTube doesn't mute this. Woo!
Oh, they will. I don't know. Is there air horns on it?
Oh,
I'm going to
thank
try
you.
to do this right now.
No, it's just instrumental. That's it.
Oh, okay. It's a MIDI or whatever. I mean, that should be fair round.
Yeah, we're good.
Let's try this.
Yeah, this is good. Come on, let's see it.
Hey!
Yeah, there we go. We got the pop. Booyah!
As you saw with the spectacular opening there, we are celebrating the 10,000 views as it was teased. I think we actually broke that mark. Cheers, everyone watching.
Cheers, everybody.
While I was in Mexico, but obviously not practical to try to set something like that up while overseas. So, and now actually I wanted to update you guys. We are currently at, as of this airing, 11,246 views.
Go.
So,
nice.
Cheers.
All right.
And once again, thank you. But
thank you so much.
Tonight's just supposed to be a fun show, celebrating, obviously you guys, people that have helped us out on the show, guests, different, weird things that happen and bits and things like that. Real quick, as you know, we always check in with the comments here. We got Jaime, super fan. Let the extravaganza begin. Yes, sir. Cheers. Jaime again. PSG in. I wanted Atalanta. Come on, man.
They blew it, man. They absolutely blew it.
I think you and everyone else on Earth wish that, Jaime. But Tyler looking so slim in his suit there.
That's a lie, and you know it.
That is a damn lie.
I'm never looking slim. No. Never looking slim. Hashtag never slim.
Vegas vibes. Good to see you as well, Daniel.
Yeah.
And taking us right up to our first caller of the night on the Canada Steakburger Celebrity Hotline. You may recognize this gentleman as the founder and CEO of the Quarantine Network, also a guest of this program, and also possibly the only Hall Ball Hall of Famer, although I think he's the only one that has a vote. So there's a little bit of a conflict of interest there, from his first appearance here. But let's bring into the program Mr. Bo.
Bo. How you doing, buddy?
I had a similar outfit on. Cheers, guys. I was going with my Bill Belichick, Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. I like it.
Celebrating the Patriots tonight. But first and foremost, cheers, gentlemen. Congratulations.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Virtual cheers. If I could reach down there. I'm blocked out from the emojis in the corner. Otherwise, I would, try to clink with them. But thank you for joining us, taking a couple minutes of your time. And really just wanted to thank you for giving us, the setup to just be dumb and do weird stuff on this channel 3 times a week. I've had a good time with it. And thanks for all the help and, promotion and everything you guys have done for us. So thank you, Bo.
Of course, we love having you. It's so good to talk sports, and it's always fun to watch a show. And thank you for letting me come on before my Hall Ball outfit. I told you I dressed up for you today, and
there it is.
In Q, maybe I should have dressed up nice tonight, but it is what it is.
That seems nice to me. I mean,
by Belichick standards, that's a suit right there. That's looking beautiful.
Yeah,
right. I got it at a thrift store in Portland. I think they pre-cut it, so I'm pretty happy about that. I already had the hat and all this other stuff for Cam Newton. I kind of just worked out with my wardrobe.
Plus, well, I mean, as we showed in the screenshot there, you've got a brand. There's an image there that people, expect. So,
that's right.
If you showed up in a suit or, something else, people will be confused, might lose some kind of, we know you're also the king of sponsorships, dating back to that infamous interview on our program. I believe 20 to 25 sponsorships were mentioned in that one, 10-minute clip.
That was a lot of fun, man. We got to get some of that stuff back in and doing that. It was a lot of fun that day to mess around in that. I think, whenever we just move on with our society and have our lives going, we're going to look back on these quarantine moments. And one of that was really fun for me. And I think you guys do such a great job with the sports program. So it's really cool to, like I said, to watch and to catch up on sports. And now we're starting to get all these sports back, so it's like even better we have you on now to really get the meat and potatoes of what's happening in the sports world.
It is, I gotta say, a little refreshing to not have to come on here every night and say, just hang on, there could be sports. Now we can actually
the virtual NASCAR for like a month. I don't know if you guys can swear on it. What the fuck was going on with that?
We pounded that thing.
Hey, that got us through those early days, right? That got us through the tough times.
It really did, though. That's what the sports were. Is so in virtual racing today. We're like, all right, but everybody was like, yeah. So what happened? Did Billy Morgan get the race, or what happened was finished?
Right.
You know?
I'll always be grateful to you, iRacing, in the lean times. You were there. In the leanest times. But no, thank you again for taking just a moment out. Really appreciate everything you've done, just setting us up with a time slot. Making sure our show gets on, and everyone at TQN has just been like a really cool family to work with. Especially Callan. We'll hear from him a little bit later. He's been a big help to our show. And just really everyone over there that's helped us out. But thank you, Bo, for giving us the shot. And we'll keep doing it as long as we can. Like you said, fortunately, we have some actual sports to talk about.
Yeah, and
it makes it a little easier.
Our gift from our admins, from us to you, is we have told Aunt Bev she needs to stay off the air tonight. So you guys got some extra time tonight. So knock yourself out.
Oh!
She's very upset, though. I'll let you know that. Auntie Bev is really, I'm kidding. She's very happy to have the night off for you guys. So you want to go a little later, you can enjoy the celebration, the extravagance of the 10,000 tonight.
Well, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
I planned for a hard 24 minutes, so I'm kind of screwed. But
I know, I'm like, it's an awful thing to like tell somebody, like, well, we already had this plan now. You knew you were going to be on from 7:36, 7:39. So
thanks, boss.
Do what you want, okay?
All right. Well, thank you, Bo.
Thank you very much, Bo. Cheers to you,
for taking the time. Cheers again, and we'll see you here a little bit later.
Oh, man.
Bo coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen. Man. And I guess we got
dropping that announcement.
Time.
Yeah,
so,
dropping that announcement we've already planned for like
hit
28
that link.
minutes.
Hit that link. It is active. Couple other things right off the top. We had a little bit of a rundown. This was going to be sort of a best of montage type situation. I wanted to just sort of package up, put a button on some of these things that we've had. Becca coming in, congratulations. Marcy, I don't know if I got that one. I think I did. Congrats, Ron and Tyler. Thank you, Marcy, for watching. Brad coming in. So cool of Belichick to drop in. That's a pretty big get for us. I'm not going to lie. I had to pull a lot of strings to make that happen. Some of which, could come back at me down the road. But thank you to Bill Newton, as he, named himself in the chat. But just for posterity's sake,
I kind of like Cam Belichick a little bit more.
Cam Belichick, I like that as well. That's pretty strong. Let's see. Okay, so I think I've hit all those, and then producer Tanaya again, always producing, calling using the link.
Always working.
It is active. Please do hit us up. Spend some time with us. Now we can do whatever we want. Now it's free for all, baby.
It's true. We got the network all night.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I don't know about
they
that.
canceled all the other shows. It's just us tonight.
Whew, let's not go crazy. Hey, ho. But
we have all night. I'm not saying we're gonna use all night.
Oh no, I simply can't do it. But
yeah,
thank you to Bo hopping on. We'll have a couple other past friends and guests joining us here shortly. But one thing I did want to touch on, I know it's been a popular feature on the show, is the This Freaking Guy segment. Give me 1 second so I could take the comment down. So a lot of good feedback on This Freaking Guy. I apologize when we have shows where I don't have one, because it does take a little, side. First of all, I have to find This Freaking Guy. And, sometimes it's just not readily available. But usually I just search Florida man, and if nothing comes up, then, we're screwed. But we've had Utah man. We've had a lot of, Midwest men and women. Or women. Just put your name on it.
Just put your name on it.
But I think anyone that's been a regular, viewer of the show has recognized that there is one clear-cut in the clubhouse champion, and I thought tonight would be a good night to honor someone that has done so much by doing so little for us. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robert D. Manfred Jr.
Ronnie, before you go, I'd like to correct you real quick. He hasn't done so little for us. He's actually done so much for us by doing so little. That's
what I'm getting at with this. His ineptitude knows no bounds, but it's a lot of good fuel for. I think he's ripped off like 4 or 5 of these at this time. So, as happens with most awards, Tyler and I, in our discussions in the pre-production meetings that went on for weeks and months for this episode, not 8 minutes like some people have alleged on social media and other places like that, but we thought it would be fitting to jazz up the award a little bit. So henceforth, from today, this friggin' guy, the trophy shall be named the Robert D. Manfred Jr. Memorial This Friggin' Guy Award. He's done so much, again, with his ineptitude. There was times we didn't want him to win, and he just ripped it because he did something so dumb.
He forced some victories.
Larry Scott of baseball.
Ouch.
And the compliments continue to roll in as far as the fit here. Well, I'm glad that we look good because it is hot as hell. This was not something to wear, at this point in August. I'm just going to say that right now.
No, not at all. But no, I mean, it had to be named after him. We kind of threw it up in the air if we were going to, maybe give him like the Lifetime Achievement Award or name it after him. But, I think that really the right thing was to name it after him. I mean, because the funny thing is, I have very little doubt that he will still win it. Probably half dozen more times before our show ends.
No, he's not retired by any means. I mean, it's rare that you see the trophy get named for someone that's still an active participant in the competition. But I have no doubts that he will be back again, and probably ripping off another half dozen titles easily. Maybe within the course of this abbreviated baseball season, the way it's going.
Within the course of this episode.
Yeah, he might get another one. I don't know. As you know, it's already loaded up, so I can fire that off at any moment. That one that I played, that was just in honor of. That doesn't count as on his leaderboard. But again, I have to keep it saved in here because he just does so much dumb stuff.
Well, I'm trying to think what that was. That was one of the episodes when you were in Mexico when we were going to give it to somebody else, and then his stupidity just talking about it on air. It was like, no, he's got to win it now. Like it's unquestionable.
Tyler and I literally talked ourselves to the point where it became clear that he was the actual winner. Yeah. And he ripped it right from the other guy, that poor Florida man.
We were handing the trophy to the Florida man, and then Manfred just came up, Kanye West style, just came up on stage. I'm gonna let you finish.
But also, I'm an idiot. Boom! Play the intro. Oh, Manfred again, out of nowhere, Manfred. But I did want to, as far as this freaking guy goes, just mention, this is Tyler and I's probably sentimental favorite, which was, and you saw, if you caught the intro there, one of the most bizarre ones we ever had, possibly the most bizarre, and it was, let me see, I have him here somewhere. There we go. Gabriel Moreno,
yes.
The so-called Northern California wine hijacker, which I have a little bit of the video, which was, still amazing as ever. And this was recorded from the truck. Just flags the guy down, gets in front of him, comes out, just wearing boxer shorts, pops the trunk. Immediately, the truck driver, I like the part where he just starts backing up, like, nope. But Gabriel would not be denied. He hopped on the truck. He basically stayed on the side of the truck until the guy pulled over and then popped the cap off the bottom and just laid down in a never-ending pool of wine.
Just started chugging, going to town.
That was one of the the strongest ones that I can remember. But Manfred he's consistent. He's just everyday Robbie out there just doing something dumb.
But I mean, yeah, it's very clear that was, I can remember when we first saw that story, just texted each other like, this is our holy grail of this friggin' guy. Like that, I don't think there will be any one accomplishment that will top that. Manfred's going to win it by just number of awards. But as far as
your move, Florida, your move,
the biggest bang for the buck. But I also want to give a shout out, to a couple other favorites. Of course, we had the Ronnie mentioned earlier, and I never thought we'd get this for this freaking guy, but Utah Man, who was just trying to help out his homies that are locked up. Goes out and prints has some questionable photos printed at Walmart so he can send them to his boys in prison.
At the photo center at the Walmart, yeah, that was a strong one. The lawnmower guy pulled right up to the front door of the Publix. That was pretty strong, especially the photog that was there for the newspaper. He had the case of Bud Light smushed up in the front of the lawnmower, right up to the sliding door. I think was maybe slightly ajar. That was a strong one. And also another favorite of mine was the, I don't remember the order though. Was it the guy in the stolen car that hit the girl with the stolen car, or the other way around? Up in Seattle.
It was the guy that hit the guy with the stolen car hit the girl with the stolen car. And now that script is being developed by Paramount Pictures, starring Hugh Grant and Katherine Heigl.
I'll watch it.
I wouldn't, but whatever. I also do want to give a shout out actually to one of our, most of this friggin' guys are negative and laughable, but I did also want to give a shout out to one of the few positive ones we had, which was the guy buying all the Natty Light.
That was a good one.
To Memorial Day weekend, I'm guessing he had a massive Pong tournament set up or something with what was it, like 9 racks of Natty Light? Like, oh, I want to be where that guy's at. Well, of course, safely distanced, but
safely distanced, of course. Real quick, I do, Bo alluded to this, and during the very, very lean times, iRacing was a beacon of hope for us.
It was.
I like to think we became the iRacing show of record. We did put together a very special montage that I would like to play for you now in case you haven't seen it. A lot of good stuff out of iRacing. I think, what's his name? I can't even think of his name now. Kyle Larson is no longer even in NASCAR because of iRacing. So still some, real life implications for the strange time that was NASCAR iRacing.
Ready for the green flag. We're racing in Homestead. Garrett Smithley on the break from William Byron.
Pause. Dad, can we go downstairs to the go-karts? Can we?
Hey, my screen just went black.
Notice that. I don't understand people who quit the video game, man. Oops, clear. Come on, Clint! Oh. God!
He's still down there. Still there. Yep, he just come up and wrecked the hell out of you again on purpose.
Y'all have it going.
Backflop.
That's it. That's why I don't take this shit serious.
Sorry, I was trying to talk to you there.
Peace out!
I can see it. You can't hear me? Hey. Wow. Hey.
Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud.
Yeah, we heard that.
Oh, damn. You did not listen to that.
Yeah, you can.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
No way!
Oh!
No way did that just happen. Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud.
Yikes!
just want to say I'm sorry.
Yes.
Just got to say, I'm really excited about going back racing, but iRacing's definitely been an adventure and filled a great void for our sport in a time when there wasn't much going on. So thank you to everybody for watching, and we're looking forward to Darlington next week.
And of course, had to throw in, some love to the hometown hero as Tyler wipes away a tear. Kevin Harvick, not so good at iRacing, but
still
kicking ass at
so
real
beautiful.
racing. I know that touched us all, but thank you, iRacing, for, as I said, during the
so beautiful, and
darkest times.
Yes, and I gotta say, I would say, Roddy, that I think is probably my favorite video that you've made on this. It just, I can't even begin to describe how fantastic that is. So,
Hey,
cheers to that.
Oh, from the bottle. Wait, show them also what you're sipping on. That's the
shout
Jericho,
out to the demo,
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's a little bit of the bubbly from the pain maker, from the demo god, from Les Champions, Chris Jericho.
Shout out to Jericho. Good friend of the program. But speaking of friends
by
of the
the way,
program...
by the way, full disclosure, that's been sitting in a closet for 6 months, and I was afraid it would kill me.
Yeah, it's a fine vintage.
I was just letting the people know that, that's been... No, it's all good. It's all good.
See? He's not dead yet. But, we'll see. 20, 30, 40 minutes left. We'll see.
Yeah.
But joining us now, as I said, friend of the program, probably the best friend of the program on the Jupiter Records and Tape Celebrity Hotline,
Yes.
coming in hot from San Diego, California, Mr. Callan McClurg. Callan, how are we doing this evening? Thank you for joining
what's
us
up, man?
on this night of celebration.
Cheers.
I did get a chance, being off work today, to catch your show. Obviously, I would like to catch it more, but it's right in the middle of my workday. But Callan had very kind words to say about, the back and forth of us kind of working together on being the sports guys on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
So cheers to you, Callan. But just, again, thank you for helping us out. You've been in the stats and research department. You've been in the programming department at different times. But even while doing a million other things, podcasts, multiple shows. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, guys. This is my first time wearing a collared shirt or a dress shirt since March, so I feel like I'm kind of back to where I need to be. So, but thank you for the invite. I'm glad to be here.
I was going to say it feels nice, right? But I was like, no, it doesn't. It sucks.
No, it's
Not in this weather. It don't feel good. Believe me, it's terrible.
It ain't cool.
Not at all, but it does feel good to be here. And again, thanks for the invite. I'm really privileged to be a part of the big not really going out, but just being able to be a part of the program tonight. It's awesome. Thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for taking time out. And for those, that maybe have seen a couple episodes, I can't, accurately describe the impact that Callan has had on the show, giving us just random facts as the stats department, calling in multiple times, Free for All Friday. I think he was there for the infamous haircut episode, which we'll touch on a little bit later.
Oh my goodness!
Multiple.
Forgot about that. That was great.
We'll get into that, shortly. But Callan has been an immense help, and just overall, most importantly, a nice guy. So thank you, Callan, immensely.
Well, thank you guys very much. Any way that we can, any way we'd be able to help each other out for sure during these times, and whether it's like I said this morning, I think we've touched base on shoe contracts in the NBA. We've touched upon the best-selling board games. We've touched upon who knows what other loony things that we can have, developed or come up with, and kind of in a way being that anonymous third person, kind of helping out the cause here, and things of that caliber. So any way possible, I think we all definitely could use all the help whenever we need it.
Oh, yeah. When you're back here on the ones and twos, also, it's like I can't go running off on the internet when I need all my buttons. I need things to press. So thank you, Callan.
We definitely cannot ask for a better Schwab to help us out. I mean, I guess we could ask Schwab, but he charges way too much. So.
Yeah, no. We reached out to the Schwab, and that was immediately cut down. It was like,
Yeah, that just didn't
for
happen.
the Schwab.
And you got probably the next closest, the best tool in the shed, maybe, to kind of have at your disposal. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe, who knows?
Well, thank you again, Callan. Like I said, I can't thank you enough. You were the forerunner. You were the only sports guy, and then I hope it wasn't too disappointing when they added, we got another sports show, and then it was just us making
And then it was us. Yeah.
fart jokes and talk about whatever else it is that we do. But thank you, as always.
Of course, absolutely. And I think when I saw the announcement, like, oh, this will be nice that we actually have other people talking sports, and I'm not like the only man on the island here. And then we've obviously have done, I think today or like recently, they've been doing some fantasy sports coverage at 1:00 in the afternoon on here as well. So, I mean, the more the merrier, and like I said today, I try my best to absolutely try to, this is coming off though, eventually, Patrice, I don't keep it around. It comes and goes.
Go with it.
But I try to watch as often as I can. And obviously, mornings aren't the best typically with me prepping. And then, in the early afternoon, the evening typically, but I at least try to, dive in and just say, hey, or whatever the case might be. And yes, I'm being pulled in 30,000 different directions right now with other outlets I'm on. But as long as I can make time to be a part of this program, that's what makes the night that much better.
Now, speaking of the other programs, I do want to, give you a chance to kind of give a plug. I know, Bo said that, Ask Annie Bev's going to be on, so we got a little bit of extra time. But you may take up the rest of the time giving all the stuff that you're working on right now. I see you're doing like 1,800 podcasts that you've picked up in the last month or so. So kind of let everybody know, what shows you got going on.
So every Monday and Wednesday, we're doing a program, and all these are on the same page. It's called the MI6 Sports Network. So M and then the letter I6 Sports Network. We're on Facebook. We're on your favorite podcast app. But we do a show every Monday and Wednesday night at 6 p.m. called Wild Sports Talk. It's me and a writer from L.A. or from Orange County. Then one of our other hosts is from Northern California. We have a lot of fun. We talk sports. We're known very well for our Wild West themes. So we have moments of Boom Goes the Dynamite. So that's typically ones that people look forward to in wake of the announcer who said that, though. But, we talk sports. We make gifts of each other when there's big moments that happen. We have a lot of antics. In a way, it reminds me a lot of you guys in a way, but we're still talking all the big sports news. But we're still but there's plenty of fun, plenty of banter that going on. I mean, tonight was probably pretty good. And then Thursdays, we do another one called No BS, where it's kind of like pretty much based off of First Take. It's me in the middle of two other guys that are, discussing stuff and adding my piece in and stuff like that. Been doing some other, sidebar research projects, trying to put together some stuff for, do some stuff hockey-wise with a former player for the Gulls who's been he reached out to kind of help out with a project he's trying to help do for his kids, and obviously hoping to get some news about what's going to happen for the actual sports seasons getting back eventually. But honestly, still just trying to stay as sane and positive as we can. And other than that, that's pretty much where we're at right now. And like I said, trying to tune in to catch you fellas after the Monday and Wednesday programs for me actually in, because we're literally like an hour and a half in between me going on and you guys coming on. So, but that's where we're at right now. It's MI6 Sports, the MI6 Sports Network on Facebook. Subscribe to us too on Apple Podcast, on Anchor, Spotify. We're all over the place, and it's cool to kind of be back. Like I said before, though, plenty of times on my Feel Good Friday segments here to be back in front of an audience, kind of staying somewhat relevant in some capacity, but also being able to get back into audio engineering, audio producing, stuff like that. It's also been great.
One of these days, I'm going to have to track you down and ask you what it feels like to be relevant, Callan. Tell us what it's like.
It's I don't know. It is what it is pretty much with, just, I think more than anything else, though, is like the people that come to my games or that come to games in general. I shouldn't say my games, but the games in general. That I see every time, and like not having that connection with them for the past 5 months has sucked and things like that. And just, staying relevant is pretty much saying, hey, I'm still here. Hi, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever the case might be. And, that's pretty much what I'd say about that. It's like, hey, we're still here. I mean, we're just not, being able to, do this in person at a bar, or be at a game and hanging out and doing this, this show somewhere else, and, having all the TQN family around in person, but at least we're still all here doing what we've been doing.
Well said. Well said. But thank you one more time to Callan. Appreciate you taking the time. Like I said, this is the hardest man in sports show business here with his millions of shows. Again, still being our stats department at different times, making sure our show gets on the network at different times. So immense help, and big shout out to Callan. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Callan.
You guys are welcome, and here's to 10,000 more views, gents. Have a good rest of your evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Callan, always nice to hear from Callan. And again, just really been helpful. This was Tyler and I, came from a podcast that we did. It wasn't all sports. I mean, as you could probably tell by the way this show goes, we are prone to go off on tangents and do other things. But one of the things I did allude to there, and Callan was present for this, was probably one of the best guest hits that we've ever had on the show, where we were joined by, actually, real quick tie-in here. Shout out to Bo and his fantasy football show, now getting up and running on TQN. But the commissioner of our long-running fantasy football league, Commissioner Kwan, did call in on a free-for-all Friday. We had no idea because we were not briefed on this. As you could tell by my initial reaction, I was kind of upset that he called in and requested not to be spoken to. But this was a memorable moment, from the early days that I wanted to replay for you guys. Oh, what? Well, you can also not even know what heist we're talking about, but if you just start by saying the one in Florida, you're probably like 70%.
That's a good guess,
yeah. Yeah, that's probably true, yeah.
Start in Florida and then, branch out from there.
All right, just keep talking. Just keep talking. Ignore me.
No, you can't call in and just be ignored. Anyway, here we go. Okay, well, we'll try to ignore whatever's happening there. But this is going to be interesting. And I think the NFL, for the most part, they had the draft. Everything was kind of smooth and cool, and haven't really had any iffy off-the-field things happening. And then this happens, which is really weird because these guys are, on NFL contracts. It's not like they're really hurting for money, you would hope. But pretty bizarre that this whole thing would happen.
Oh, no.
So we go live now. I do want to mention also that all haircuts on the program are brought to you by Tito Auto Body and Used Tires, University and City Heights source for used tires.
But yeah, I mean, right now, again, we only know the bizarre basics of this story. I'm sure more news is going to be coming out in the next few days. Like I said, this story.
So there you have it. That was Commissioner Kwan sacrificing his own hair in a desperate ploy for ratings, which probably not the best move long term because we don't really have that much ratings. But good on him. We'll see what happens with our fantasy.
Sacrificing his marriage too is.
Yeah, he might be in trouble on that one.
Sacrificing his marriage. His wife was not happy about that. Yeah.
I appreciate the commitment of a viewer like that. Literally shaving his hair off on the air. So that was a fun moment. And looking back at the hotline here, actually the very same, as I mentioned, Tito Auto Body and Used Tires, they do sponsor all haircuts on the show, but they also are one of the Celebrity Hotline sponsors. So bringing them into the show now, we have Mr. Brad Hutchings. Brad, how are we doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I just got my hair cut at Tito's Auto Body.
There we go.
Looking pretty sharp. Had the beard trimmed.
He dabbles
a tire rotation and a fade. Yep.
I don't have a lot for you guys, but I did want to bring a little bit of funny stuff. And my bet this year was that Lane Kiffin was going to have an undefeated season as coach of Ole Miss. But I don't know now because I just figured they weren't going to play, but they're going to play. So the way I figure it, he wins 2 games, he's going to have a top 10 program, and that'll be that'll be good for him.
Come up for the Lane train. I like
definitely. I gotta get on the Lane train. I don't know why Cease hasn't called in. He's probably busy or something.
Look, Cease, I said it before. If you're scared, say you're scared.
Yeah,
'Cause,
he doesn't want to ruin your show.
You're bringing in the hot fire takes in the comments, which I love, but come on, get on these airwaves.
So what do you guys think about the Pac-10 or the Pac-8 or what are they now? The 12 and the Big 10? Is that what it is? Something like that with their 17 teams.
Yeah.
What do you think about them just deciding to be the JV teams for of college football?
Not happy about it. I mean, I can't say I didn't see that coming. Like it was, just kind of the reports were coming out that, teams were going to cancel it. And like, I get it. I absolutely hate it as a college football fan. I mean, we talked about it the other day where it's like, one of the things I love most is being up at, 1 a.m. and watching the end of a Hawaii football game.
Right.
But wall action. And the games take forever because they score 80 points.
Right. It sucks, but I can't say I'm surprised by it.
But it would take I think Whitlock pointed it out today. It would take one idiot college kid getting ridiculously drunk on Friday night and then coming to a game and passing out or whatever, and then being in the hospital and test positive for COVID, and then the whole thing's over. It's like it's crazy. We live in a crazy time.
And I actually, like I said, when we had Callan on, I had a chance to watch his show because I was off today. I think for me, the biggest loss of all, as far as it pertains to the Pac-12, is just not getting to see Washington, somehow end up being like 5th or 6th in the country and then lose like 4 games to end the season, including the bowl game.
I was really looking forward to. I was looking forward to the rivalry UCLA game being the first game. I mean, because that's when you do that, right? That's how to really entice people to watch. So anyway, fill up the excitement.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you guys are kicking butt. I like that you're doing this. This is a nice diversion every other night. So appreciate you.
Thank you as always, Hutch. And we've been seeing you in the comments. Always a loyal contributor, and dating back to the J Moore Sports days, and obviously good friend on Twitter and other social media platforms. So
yeah, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but anyway.
Well,
yes,
whatever it is, Twitter. Yeah, we don't have to get into that. Yeah, me and the Twitter people have a misunderstanding.
A little misunderstanding. That's all. All right, guys. You be awesome. I'll kick myself out later.
All right. See you, Brad. Thank you. And there he goes on the Tito Auto Body and Used Tire Celebrity Hotline. Shout out to Brad. And again, Cease, yes, I see that you're there commenting, but, still no call. So what are you going to do? I don't know.
Are you saying that Cease is, as he likes to constantly refer to as things, are you calling him soft?
I mean, in those words, yes, you're soft.
Ooh. Calling him SAWFT soft?
Soft. A couple other things did want to touch on. We got to, I guess we'll put this, again, shout out to Bo, making a little extra leeway here for us, which actually worked out because, with the calls, which again, please call in. You see the link there.
Please.
And some of these other set piece, moving things that we set up here. One of the things I did want to touch on, I just want to give a shout out, first of all, to everyone that's been a guest on the program. A lot of my friends, from The Fan, Braden, we had Scravy, we had Thomas, Jordan was on, Will and Dale, or Josh, depending on however you want to, go by there. But the guys at What's on the Menu doing a great job also. Tried to get them into the intro, but they didn't send me a video, so got boxed out. But thank you guys. Anyway, for watching and doing a great job. I really enjoy your show. But we also had Mr. Rich Herrera, another person that actually the guy that hired me at The Fan. But he's done a bunch of things. Worked for MLB Network. Worked for a bunch of different teams as far as like their exclusive rights holder broadcasting partner, CBS Radio. He's like a overnight weekend host on there now too, so you can hear him there sometimes. But when he was on the show, he had so many cool stories, and I wasn't surprised by that coming from Rich. But the thing that really put it over the top, I think, for me and Tyler, was somehow we steered it towards. I think Tyler just threw in some mention of Saved by the Bell, and Rich had a story about Mr. Belding. He's like, I know him, and I used to hang out with him at this radio station, and doing all this other stuff. So Tyler and I decided that we would award Rich with the best storyteller of all the guests that have been on the show. And Rich actually did send in his acceptance speech video, which I will play for you now.
Hi, my name is Rich Herrera. I want to thank you for honoring me on your award show today. I've received some awards over the years, and they all mean something to me. It's nice to be recognized for your works, and now I can say that I'm an award-winning broadcaster. And to be honored by someone like you, what do these guys do? It's two guys that just sit and run their mouths on the internet, and they call it a show. They're celebrating 10,000 downloads, and they're giving awards. Wow. Well, I guess they'll put anything on the internet. Hold on just a second. So anyway, I'm very excited to be an award winner today. Normally when I get an award, they present me with a trophy or a certificate, but since Quarantine Kings doesn't really have that stuff, right? There's no money. I gotta bring my own trophy. Okay, well, I'll use this broken Little League trophy. Thank you so much for giving me this trophy and this award. It means a lot to me. Anytime you receive an award, whether it's an ESPY or an Emmy or an Oscar, it really means a lot, even something like this. So on social media today, I was asked, how does it make you feel to win something like this? And I thought, there's a lot of great things I've done in my career. I've watched the World Series at Times Square with Walter Cronkite. I've been to the Super Bowl. I've been inside locker rooms during celebrations with champagne. I've been on the field at the Horseshoe in Ohio State while the kids run on the field and you have to run for your life. I've done a lot of great things. I've ran out in the field with Ralphie the Buffalo in Colorado. So there's a lot of great things I've done, but if you're going to ask me the things I've done in my career that kind of equates what this feeling is like, I'll share a little story with you. I was the pool reporter for Bellator for a number of years and traveled the country interviewing the fighters before their tent pole events. So I got to know quite a few of them and recognized them. And we were in St. Louis, Missouri for a big fight. And I walked in, Liam McGeary, the one-time Bellator heavyweight champion, was there. So he and I kind of nodded at each other, gave him, hey, how you doing? And we both walked into the restroom together. And I, of course, opened the door for him. Here you go, champ. Well, come on in. So he goes in, does his business. I go in, do my business. We're walking back out. He gets to the door first, and he smiles. He opens the door for me, and I follow him out. And we're walking step by step like, man, this is kind of cool. I'm walking around with the heavyweight champion of the world. And, he's like, so, hey, Liam, how's it going? Yeah, so we're making small talk. We're just about to get to the press conference. He goes, he was British, and he goes, just a moment, mate. I said, man, he wants to spend a couple moments with me before he's going to go talk to everybody about this big fight. This is awesome. So he stops me and he puts his hand on my shoulder. I'm like, wow, we're going to have this bro moment, this really intimate moment between two professionals, a broadcast professional and the heavyweight champion of the world. And he goes, I just had something I wanted to share with you, mate. And I said, what's that, champ? What's that? He goes, well, it seems that you've got a spot of toilet tissue on your shoe, and I didn't want you to walk into the press conference with the toilet tissue stuck to the bottom of your shoe, mate. Thanks. And he walked away, and I stood there and felt like, well, I feel like I do right now. That's about the honor, and the best way I can kind of explain what it feels like to win this award. Like, got a spot of toilet tissue on my shoe, but thank you guys anyway. Anyway, congratulations on the show. It's been great, and I enjoyed coming on. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you to Rich.
I'll take it.
Thank you, Rich, for furnishing.
I'll take it.
Yep, I'll take it. Thank you for furnishing your own trophy as well. The budget is not. It's just we don't have it. We don't have it. I'm just saying.
Look, I'll just say this. Our show has been called many worse things than a piece of toilet paper stuck on somebody's shoe. So, yeah. Hey, thank you, Rich. Thank you. That was absolutely fantastic.
Cheers to that, Rich. Thank you, sir. But good friend of the program, and also, just kind of a good dude that, like I said, kind of got me into the sports media world. So forever grateful for that. Thank you, Rich. And thank you for joining us. We'll definitely get you on again, especially, hopefully, if baseball continues, because Rich is like a baseball encyclopedia full of just random, insane stories. So thank you, as always. But where do we go next, Tyler? We got plenty more things here we can touch on. Let's see.
I was kind of thinking just kind of going back to some of kind of my favorite clips, favorite drops that we have on here. I was really thinking back to what's probably my favorite. I mean, still recurring drop all the time. Every time I set it up, you knock it down. The jackhammer, gotta be one of my favorite drops on here.
Oh, Ham.
Oh, wham! Boo! Boo, baby! It's hammer time.
It's hammer time. It's always hammer time on Quarantine Kings. So as we're on the subject of drops, a couple I did want to get out of the way. This is dating back to one of the earliest drops we had. I think could have been our first or second show. Was right after the NFL draft, where notoriously, you could see, thanks to Ricky Rose, who the Dolphins did draft.
Tua Tagovailoa, QB Alabama, Roll Tide,
Fins up, Roll Tide.
You know what? That one clip actually made me really excited that the NFL might be happening, just so I can get some more Ricky Ross talking about Tua.
I mean, NFL still got a shot. College football, I don't see it. But
no.
Another one that's obviously got a lot of mileage on the show from the beginning, and due to the subject matter, sort of the time we're living in, was Mr. Blake Snell on his Twitch stream, basically expounding upon the fact that he would not play for less money. This was early in the days of the labor negotiations, and also the health risks.
If I get the Rona,
if he does get the Rona, I mean, who's to say that he won't? If he gets the Rona, watch out.
I think another one.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll say, another favorite I think of, not just ours, but I think pretty much anybody that is a college football fan. Anytime Coach O opens his mouth or does anything really, college football fans kind of freak out over it because how can you not love the guy? And I know we've had a little Coach O drop on here in the past.
Oh, this wasn't even a drop. This was a special
video. Excuse me. Yes.
Special montage put together for I believe Memorial Day. Shortly after Coach O was caught, just out running in the off season, getting his conditioning work in, shirtless, running down the street in Baton Rouge, wherever he was. But had to put this together for you guys. I was feeling, especially patriotic. And Coach O is one of our, favorite national treasures and a favorite of this program for sure.
Another great young man from Destrehan, Louisiana. Hold on a second. Hey, guys! Hey! I'm having a press conference, okay? Thank you. Great young man. On a scrimmage, we wanted to get bigger. I'll stop. Hey! Stop the ball, stop the drill. I'm having a press conference. Thank you. We had to fix the line of scrimmage. Went all the way to Michigan. I have my Hummer. You need a Hummer? Tell them about it, JoJo. You guys, the video is on the tweeter machine, whatever you call that. We didn't have that at Sound of Foods, Play as we face this challenge together. Cover your cough with your elbow like this. Wash your hands thoroughly, a full 20 seconds. If you're sick, stay home. If you think you should be tested, phone your health provider first. Avoid close contact with anyone who's sick. Protect your at-risk family members, including the elderly. If you're not at risk, take care as you go about your daily business. Get the facts now from coronavirus.gov and your state health department. We're all in this together. Let's team up to protect our health. In recruiting, we're going to beat their ass every time they see us. Okay. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Roll Tide, what? You.
Yeah!
Thank you, Coach O. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope to see you on the sidelines this
run through a brick wall for
this
that,
fall.
Man.
I'm fired up. I'm ready to play. But and just a couple other ones real quick. I know Derek Lewis, obviously a huge friend, but
America's sweetheart,
favorite of this program.
My balls was hot.
And definitely do buy these shirts, available on his Instagram.
Fuck what they talking about. USA in this whole.
And congrats again on the big win the last weekend for D. Lewis, the Beast.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of really good moments on this one. I don't know, Roddy, did you have any others queued up that you wanted to play just as a little throwback to everybody?
Well, I do want to give a couple, shout outs. As you know, we are the NBA Bubble Life show of record.
Of course.
But first of all, got to give a shout out to Miles Leonard. No one has been able to approach his shotgunning skills, which we brought to you. It started with JJ. There was a couple other, pretenders to the throne, but this is a guy that obviously likes to just chug beer.
One. Oh, he got a good start. Oh, still got him.
It still didn't matter. That's the big hammer. You hear me?
Still got him.
God damn it. Get him out of here. That empty too. Can't nobody hang with me.
That's the big hammer. The big hammer, Miles Leonard. I mean, maybe not so much, in a basketball playing context, but he can shotgun a beer very well. And as far as my, favorite, as far as just who's won the bubble with their social media presence, got to give a shout out to the one and only Young Whiteside, as he is known on his, I think that's his handle on most things.
Hey, people keep asking me, they like, yo, Whiteside, how you seen Mick? I ain't seen him. We ain't at Disney.
Hasn't seen him, even though he's
in at Disney,
out in that Disney. He also blessed us with a little Rick Springfield.
I wish I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that? Jesse's girl.
The voice of an angel. And my current favorite, and one of the more recent ones, was him just complaining about the slowness of the internet, which I've got a couple theories about this in the bubble. When you're not playing, I mean, I think that internet is going to be pretty taxed. What else are these guys doing except being on their phone, playing video games, streaming, Netflix, whatever. But Whiteside was trying to get the update to Call of Duty, and he had enough. He had to call him out.
There all day. How long is it going to take? Trying to get this season 5 update. I'm trying to lay something down. I'm real clumsy. I'm trying to drop something. Hey, Mickey, man, I need that Mickey internet. They gave me that goofy internet. 11 hours. Man. Oh, man.
Hopefully he got the update eventually. One can only hope. But as he said, he wanted that Mickey internet. They got him on that goofy internet.
That's what happens when you're at that 4-star resort, not the the big time with LeBron. I'm sure LeBron's got that Mickey internet.
But hopefully, Blazers find a way in. It looks like they're going to be either the 8 or 9 in that play-in game, so they're still playing for that. But also,
Dame scoring 61 a game, that'll happen.
Yeah, and watch out for the Suns, still undefeated in the bubble, and they're scratching and clawing. I think they need a little help just to get into that play-in, but could happen the way they're playing. Right. But as always, we will keep an eye on the bubble moving forward. But just wanted to share those with you guys. Just a couple others because he is a show favorite, and anyone that's golfed before can sympathize with. Just want to hit bombs. Actually, we'll just throw that over to Phil real quick.
And we are going to be hitting some bombs today.
Phil knows what it's like to hit bombs. It feels good. It feels great. And the king of hitting bombs right now is Bryson DeChambeau. But sometimes he gets a little sideways, like his infamous meltdown at the Memorial, where he had to eventually tally up his score after, I think, 2 or 3 out-of-bounds shots. So that gave us a great moment there. Okay, this way. Then I was over there.
The all too familiar.
I was there again. Okay,
got a 7 or an 8. Got a 7 or an 8. I'll give you a 7.
I'll give you a 7. But also when he just leaned on his club and broke it. Look at Fowler. Even Fowler is like, "Whoa, man, take it easy."
That power right there.
The thunder.
He's a unit. The club can't even support him. He's such a unit.
And they hit him with the slow-mo. The slow-mo drop down of shame as he picks up his club head off the ground. What have I just done to these space-age materials? That even they could not contain my power. But just wanted to touch on those for you guys. And that's pretty much all I got. We're getting up against time here. Again, thank you to Bo for just giving us a little extra leeway. Worked out very nicely. And thank you again to Bo for calling in. Callan calling in. Brad Hutchings for calling in. Rich for even throwing a story into his acceptance speech, which, not shocking, but enjoyable. And thank mostly all of you guys for tuning in.
Absolutely.
I would not be sitting out here with the suit on if it wasn't for you guys getting us over that 10,000 views mark. So hope you guys are enjoying it. Please just call in whenever you want. Throw some comments in. We want your takes. It always makes the show more fun to interact with you guys. But can't thank you guys enough. I've had so much fun doing this show. Just sort of learning how to do any of the streaming stuff. I never did it before. But yeah, we'll keep doing it as long as we can. But that's all I wanted to say. And most of all, thank you, Tyler. We have an uninterrupted streak of going on the air. We have not missed the show yet. So shout out to you and putting up with the internet difficulties or me rushing home from work or whatever it is. But thank you, Tyler, most of all. And again, thank you to the fans. But Tyler, what do you got for that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely shout out. Thank you so much to you guys for continually watching. Just a couple guys that, honestly, this is just what we'd be doing anyway. So it's kind of weird to me that people even want to watch this. But it's definitely thank you guys for tuning in, continually tuning in. Thank you to Bo, thank you to Callan, thank you to all the guests we've had on. Thank you to Auntie Bev, Amy, for giving us a little bit of extra time tonight. Turns out we weren't able to use it effectively here. So
yes.
But, definitely big shout out to Ronnie. I mean, everything you see on the show is done by Ronnie. I'm just here. Like, all I do is if I can find a funny story, I'll send it to Ronnie. And that's pretty much where I roll on the show, like everything else he does. So thank you to Ronnie for inviting me on the show when it was first brought up, and for all the hard work you do on this. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep tuning in. We'll keep coming. We're not planning on missing any shows anytime soon. So I guess, well, Auntie Bev's not on, so I think we're setting up for the list is on next. I'm actually not sure. I don't usually look that deep on the Wednesday schedule.
Stay tuned and find out.
I think it's the list coming up here on the Quarantine Network. But thank you guys so much. We love you, and as always, keep the fire.
Keep the fire. Thank you guys. You animals.
At the buzzer.